You know what's insane? Some individuals enter a space and instantly the atmosphere shifts. They command respect without uttering a single syllable. No speeches, no commands, just their presence makes everyone take notice. If you saw that intriguing image on the thumbnail where someone silently dominates the room, that's exactly what we're diving into. Today, you'll discover 5 powerful, nonverbal strategies to earn people's respect effortlessly. Stick around because by the end, I'll reveal the ultimate secret that ties it all together, transforming how others perceive you forever. No fluff, just actionable insights you can apply immediately. I remember feeling like a ghost in my own life. People would brush past me at parties, ignore my input in meetings, and treat me as if I didn't exist. It was demoralizing, making me question my worth. But then, I stumbled upon these subtle shifts in body language and behavior. After implementing just these 5 changes, everything flipped. Colleagues sought my advice, friends valued my company more, and even strangers responded with deference. The craziest part? I hardly spoke more than before. These aren't gimmicks, they're rooted in psychology and human instinct. I've refined them over years, testing on myself and observing others, and they consistently deliver results. Real respect isn't forced, it's felt subconsciously. Let's break it down step by step, starting with the basics and building to the game changers. First, consider your posture. It's the silent announcer of your confidence. Most people slouch, hunch their shoulders, and shrink into themselves, signaling insecurity and inviting dismissal. It's a common myth that good posture is just about looking proper. Actually, it's a biological cue. Studies in social psychology show that expansive postures trigger hormonal changes, boosting testosterone and reducing cortisol, making you feel and appear more authoritative. When you stand tall, with shoulders relaxed but back, chest open, and head held high, you occupy space naturally, like you belong there. Think of a CEO entering a boardroom. They don't need to bark orders. Their stance alone conveys leadership. For example, I once attended a networking event where I consciously adopted this posture. Instead of folding my arms and looking down, I stood upright, feet shoulder-width apart. People approached me first, initiating conversations, whereas before, I'd be the one chasing interactions. The life hack here is simple. Practice the power pose for 2 minutes daily. Stand like a superhero in private to build the habit. Over time, it becomes second nature, and you'll notice how others mirror your confidence, granting you respect without a word exchanged. Next, harness the power of deliberate slowness in your movements and actions. Ever wonder why hurried people seem frazzled and unimportant? It's because rushing broadcasts anxiety, making you appear out of control. In contrast, respected figures move with purpose, as if time bends to their will. This isn't laziness. It's a fact backed by behavioral science. Slow, measured actions activate the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting calm and projecting poise. When you walk slowly, gesture deliberately, and even breathe steadily, you exude control, drawing people in subconsciously. Picture this. In a heated group discussion, one person fidgets, interrupts hastily, while another sits composed, nodding thoughtfully before responding. Who garners more attention? The calm one, always. I applied this during a family gathering where tensions ran high. By slowing my pace, walking leisurely to the table, sipping my drink unhurriedly, others paused, waiting for my input, even though I said little. The hack. Time your steps, count to 3 between actions, like pausing before sitting or reaching for something. This not only calms your mind, but makes you the enigmatic center of the room. And hang on, because the next tip builds on this, amplifying your presence even further. Now, master the art of eye contact. It's a direct line to building trust without speech. A widespread mistake is avoiding gazes, darting eyes to the floor, or distractions, which screams discomfort and erodes credibility. But steady eye contact? It releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, fostering connection and respect. The key is balance. Hold for about 3 to 5 seconds, then briefly avert to avoid intensity. I tested this in a professional setting, locking eyes with a client during a silent pause in our meeting. Previously, I'd glance away nervously, but this time, the sustained contact made them open up more, valuing my silent assurance. Suddenly, negotiations tilted in my favor. Life hack. Use the triangle technique. Alternate between eyes and mouth for natural flow. Practice with everyday encounters, like at the coffee shop, and watch how people respond with heightened regard. Stay tuned. I'll soon reveal how combining this with active listening creates an unbreakable aura of respect. Shifting to listening. True, deep listening is a non-verbal powerhouse for earning admiration. People often nod absent-mindedly while plotting their next words, but that's an error that diminishes rapport. Genuine listeners use body language, leaning slightly forward, maintaining open posture, and mirroring subtle cues. Research from Harvard indicates that active listening boosts perceived empathy, making you indispensable in social dynamics. Recall a time when someone truly heard you. It felt validating, right? I experienced the reverse. In conversations, I'd interrupt mentally, but switching to full absorption, nodding, tilting my head, changed everything. Friends confided more, colleagues collaborated better, all without me dominating the talk. Hack. Employ reflective pauses. After they speak, wait 2 seconds, then respond with a nod or subtle affirmation. This makes others feel valued, reciprocating with respect. And just wait for the final secret. It's the pinnacle that no one expects. As we approach the climax, here's a shocking fact. According to psychologist Albert Mehrabian, 93% of communication is nonverbal. Tone and body language dwarf words. This underscores why these strategies work. They're tapping into primal human wiring. But prepare for the twist. These aren't just tricks. They're symptoms of something deeper. Finally, wield silence as your most potent weapon. In chaos, everyone clamors to be heard, diluting their impact. The myth is that speaking up asserts dominance, but silence amplifies wisdom. By staying quiet during turmoil, observing keenly, you build mystery and authority. When you do speak, it's weighted gold. At a team crisis last year, while others argued loudly, I remained silent, processing. When I finally contributed calmly, the room hushed, adopting my suggestion unanimously. Hack. In conflicts, count to 10 internally before responding. Use the time to observe. This positions you as the sage. Yet, the true revelation I promised. These methods thrive only when rooted in self-respect. Posture honors your presence. Slowness values your time. Eye contact affirms your confidence. Listening respects others as you respect yourself. And silence cherishes your words. Fake it and it falters. Embody it, and respect flows naturally. Summarizing, stand tall to claim space, move slowly for control, hold eye contact for connection, listen deeply for empathy, and embrace silence for power. These transform me from overlooked to influential. Now it's your turn. Pick one today, apply it consistently, and observe the shifts.